Hello, I am Jack and welcome to my channel, and I've not uploaded in a couple of weeks. So last week I was away in London with my friends and we were staying over because on the Wednesday I got the Duke of York award, so we went to St James's Palace for that, and on the Friday we went to a concert. So we thought we might as well stay from Wednesday through to Sunday, and in this episode I'm going to just talk you through and show you some photos of what I got up to. So let's begin. Whoosh. So let's start off with Wednesday, where I met up with Henry, and me and Henry went in to London. So we caught the bus to Oxford, went from Oxford train station to London Paddington, from London Paddington along the underground to where we were staying in our Airbnb. So we stayed in the Airbnb for 2 nights, and for the 2 nights between us had to pay 280 quid, which seems like quite a lot, but there were 4 of us, so that was split between 4 of us, 2 nights, and it was in London, so I don't think that was that bad. So we stayed in this Airbnb for 2 nights, Wednesday night and Thursday night, and then we left and stayed in the hotel for the other nights. So once we got settled in the Airbnb, we got lunch, and then we got changed into our seats and headed towards St James's Palace, which is right next to Buckingham Palace. So we got to the palace and waited outside for a bit and then went inside. I haven't yet told you why we were going to St James's Palace, but it was to get an award, and the award we got was presented by the Duke of York, who is Prince Andrew, and it is the Duke of York award. It's a gold award. This is the award. It's a little certificate to say that I've got it. It's a gold award. If you ask me what I did for it, I couldn't tell you. Basically, because I went to a technical school, UTC, which is University Technical Colleges, we basically did it during our education. So part of it was getting a level 3 qualification, so A levels or BTEC some people did, and doing projects and teamwork. So that's something that we did at school anyway every week, and also had to do an interview. I think there was a couple of other things as well, but I can't remember what they were. So we did all that and then went to St James's Palace and got an award like this. Very nice. Here's a photo of me shaking hands with Prince Andrew, the Queen's son. After we got the award and chatted with everyone for a while, me and Henry left and met up with Katrina and Lisa, who had come down on the train to join us afterwards. So we then did a tiny little bit of shopping, walking around a little bit, and then headed back to the Airbnb where Henry made dinner, and we went to sleep, and here comes Thursday. I was up before all the others, so decided to go on a little walk down from our Airbnb up to London Bridge, where I got some really nice photos shortly after the sunrise, like of the river and everything. It looked very nice. And then we went shopping. So we went to quite a few shops. We went to M&M World. We went to like all sorts of weird shops that you get in London. Went through Chinatown, went through Hyde Park, heading towards Harrods, but had to cross Hyde Park, and it was very, very cold, and got attacked by a few geese, I think they were. And then comes the best bit for Thursday. So during the evening we went up the Walkie Talkie building. That's what it's known as, the Walkie Talkie building. It looks like this and looks supposedly a bit like a walkie talkie, and at the top of that building on floor 34 there is the Sky Garden. It's free entry, and it's basically the highest garden, public garden in London. So we thought that's pretty cool, we'll go out there. So Katrina booked the tickets in advance. It's a very big tourist attraction, so loads of people go there like every day. There were, it was fully booked out the day we were going, and for like the rest of the weekend as well. So get tickets in advance if you're thinking of going. And there are just some amazing views. All of these photos were taken on my iPhone. I decided not to bring my camera with me because, well, part of the time I'd be leaving it alone in a hotel or on an Airbnb, and plus it's also nice just to like live in the moment, so you actually enjoy what's going on rather than trying to film it or take photos of it as well. So we decided to go up into the Sky Garden around golden hour, just before the sun was setting, so that we could get photos during, well, it's kind of light and as the sun was setting, and then when it actually got dark. So it was actually really nice and such a great idea for us to have done. Then it's Friday, we left the Airbnb. Now let me quickly explain to you what an Airbnb is. Basically, across, I think it's the whole world, there are people who let out their flats, their houses, for people to go to, like a B&B. So you just book it online, they're fairly cheap, can sometimes be cheaper than hotels, and you basically get the whole place to yourself, and you can do cooking, sleep, and you have multiple people and stuff like that. So it's really good, and if you're ever thinking of going on holiday, try and look into them. But if you are thinking of actually booking an Airbnb, if you use the link in the description below and sign up to Airbnb, you can get £25 worth of travel credit on your next trip. So that's a good thing to do, so sign up if you are thinking of doing that. We then left the Airbnb and were going to an ice cream place, except for when we got there, their freezer had broken, so we just ended up having a coffee or whatever, because it's like a cafe ice cream sort of place, and then headed on the tube to Wembley Park. It had snowed the night before, and not that much in London actually, but there was quite a lot back home in Oxford. But in London it wasn't too bad, so we were able to go there. It was a little bit of a pain with the suitcase going through a tiny bit of snow, but honestly there wasn't that much. So we got to Wembley and headed to our hotel, which was an Ibis hotel, which was fairly nice. Here are some photos. Blah, 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 blah. So once we put everything in the hotel, we headed to the outlet centre, which is at Wembley, where there are a load of designer stores, some of them, and different stores where stuff is a lot cheaper than it would be on like a high street, because it's all like outlet stuff. Bought some stuff there, then headed to Nando's for dinner, and then we get to the evening, and our evening activity was going to a concert at the Wembley Arena, which was the Wombats. It was a birthday present from Katrina to Henry for when their birthday was in November, because Henry's a big fan of the Wombats, and since then I've started listening to them and kind of like them as well. So it was really good, and they were really good live as well, so it was really cool. The concert was just so good, like a little bit loud at times, but I knew most of the songs, which is always good. And yeah, everyone seemed to really enjoy themselves, and they were really good.
This guy is so funny.
I'm getting a bit warm. Now on Saturday we actually managed to find an ice cream place which actually had ice cream, so that's where we went for breakfast, and I had a gorgeous cookie dough and ice cream and Oreo, whatever that is. It looks gorgeous, and it was absolutely amazing. Bit sickly for the morning, but not too bad. So we then headed back into central London to go to our next hotel, which was a travel lodge in quite a nice little area, probably quite expensive area, but it wasn't that expensive because our hotel was booked like quite a couple of months in advance, so not too bad. And then we spent most of Saturday shopping. On Sunday was the last day, so we didn't really do much, just headed back home on the train and went home. So that is my whole trip to London. It was really good, really fun. I really enjoyed it, got the award, went lost shopping, went up to Sky Garden and went to a concert, which was so cool. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, give a like and perhaps subscribe if you haven't already, and check out some of my other videos. And if you are thinking of getting an Airbnb in sometime in the future, if you use the link below, you'll be able to get £25 travel credit towards your next trip, which is pretty cool as well. So thank you very much for watching. Hello, I am Jack. Bye. Whoosh.